Okay, what do we got here? The facts. Save and continue. Please don't lock me out of this, please. Don't fuck me with the saving. Thank you. With the way that things have been going, I wouldn't be surprised if they did that.
TK.
Thanks for the Zombrex, Frankie. You know what? You should have checked out your lady friend's body a bit more carefully. I sure did.
What? She's alive? If you hurt her...
You ready for some overtime, Frankie? She gonna need some medical supplies to stay alive, Frankie boy. You better get to fetching. Oh yeah! You gonna put in some work for TK.
Let's just grab that.
Sweet.
Sweet, he says. I do think... what? I do think that overtime mode in this game is fairly, bad. So, I'm just gonna save, and then we're gonna just finish this freaking game. Alright, overtime mode. Let's do it to it. Do we have anything to heal in here? Sometimes they give you items, sometimes they don't. I guess they're not going to. Also, I guess all the survivors are just gone. Even though you only see like 2 of them leaving. Whatever. What are you gonna do? We're entering into the end of the game, and I still didn't get, I still don't have the double lariat, which is one of my favorite Frank moves. And I especially wanted that going into the end game because it's just good to have for the final boss. So yeah, that's another thing that I really like that this game did. I'm glad that it kept Rebecca alive. Because obviously there's no Stacy, there's no Katie, there's no one for Frank to like want to go protect. So, I think it's good that Rebecca's alive. I liked Rebecca. I always thought that was the most regrettable part of Dead Rising 2's story, is that Rebecca just gets fucking killed. You know, very unceremoniously. I guess similarly to Dead Rising 1, where I always felt bad that Jesse died. Like, that one always just felt bad to me. And this one, that felt just as bad. Let's see, what kind of a compromise... Oh, that is fairly compromising.
I bet he thought this would never see the light of day. I'm listening.
Now that right there, that's the CEO of Phenotrans having a little fun. I think he'll pay good money to keep that out the papers, don't you?
I do like how TK gives a little bit more, like, context for stuff. I like the dialogue in-game. I think that's another good change that this game made. It's not really a change, it's just an addition. I think, didn't they find... I'm not entirely sure, I'm not totally knowledgeable about the inner workings of the games, but I'm pretty sure they found, like, audio files for the like, dispatches in the files of the original Dead Rising 2. So it was something that was planned, but they just didn't do. And then Dead Rising 3 has, like, everything fully voiced, which I think is another good addition. Like, when you're talking to survivors, Nick actually converses with them, instead of it just being text-based. I think that was a good thing. And then they completely fucked up the survivor missions in 4, so... I mean, I know, shocking, Dead Rising 4 fucked something up royally. Who could have ever guessed? Get the fuck out of here. I want to say, I feel like things are different in this one. There's definitely, they at least definitely make you go into the Uranus zone. but I don't know if they've switched the locations of other things for the overtime mode or not. Yeah, maybe they did, because I don't remember going directly into the Americana Casino, whatever it's called. So maybe things have been slightly changed. I like in like the first game, and I think you could do it in the second game as well, that it was just all a big circle. Like you could just circle around the mall and you'll get everything in order. Okay, that looks very clearly like it wants me to go this way. I figured it'd be back in the lab. Which, hey, I'm glad I don't have to go there again. It was a nightmare. The last time we went to the lab, that was no good. Wait, no, it does want me to... Oh, no, it's on here. At least I assume it's on here. Yeah, there it is.
You're not gonna last long enough to need this. Talk to me.
Well, I'm gonna need me some Zombrex from now on. Good thing Phenotrans left a nice little gift basket full of it.
As a big Dead Rising fan, I consider myself a pheno-transgender. So... there you go, I'm officially coming out. Let's grab this guy here. Expensive champagne, like, yeah, this is just TK fucking with you. Although I think in the story, it literally is him just trying to bide time while he sets up, like, the final boss, basically. And I believe there is more to the final boss in this game than there was in Dead Rising 2, which, again... this could have been called, like, Dead Rising 2 Special Edition or something like that. It really does feel like they took things into consideration. We're like, okay, these are the things that we kind of wanted to do in Dead Rising 2, but we couldn't, or whatever. And I really think that they should have kept this going. Like, Frank doesn't need to be back in each of the mainline games. I think Dead Rising 3 off the record would have been cool. You know, instead of just seeing Frank back in Dead Rising 4, I think that would have been better. Keep introducing new characters. I maintain that if Vic was the main character of Dead Rising 4 and Frank wasn't in the game at all, I would be singing a different tune about Dead Rising 4.
Thank God.
I do not need that. I guess Frank needs a Zombrex. But I don't think we might not even be here long enough for Frank to need it. I keep thinking that I could just walk through that, because it weirds me out that there's no door there when you first load in. Everything seems so quiet. Almost as if everyone's already dead. I'm sorry, anytime I can quote the first game, I'll take it. But that's not what I was going for. I just literally wanted to point out the fact that it sounded like there were no zombies.
You won't have much to celebrate after I'm done with you. Spot anything?
That's my champagne, Frankie. And it's my favorite, so you better be careful with that.
Can you pick up Randy's chainsaw every time you come back here? I don't know if I actually know the answer to that. I think you can. Yes, you can, but do I want to? Man, might as well. Why not? We're at the end of the game. Let's let loose, right? Foot loose. And it's little things that bother me about Dead Rising 4. I know I'm talking about it again. Sue me. The fact that in these games you had to actually activate the chainsaw before you could use it. As soon as Frank touches the chainsaw, it's active in 4. Which is just, again, it's a minor detail, but it really made the difference. And the fact that you do slight damage to the zombies when you're walking into them is another nice touch. Like, you can use it to just kind of keep them away from you. In that game, unless you hit the attack button, you're not doing any damage to the zombies with the chainsaw. Oh yeah, this is the one that's in the Uranus zone. I got sutures in Uranus zone. Frank, I need you to go to Uranus zone. You got it, TK. I'm going to Uranus zone. I think actually we were in this exact area that we're going to need to go to. Let's see, where do we got here, guys? Where are we going? Oh, there's just a first aid area over here. I don't know if I noticed this. Or is this the area that I came out of before? No, this is a brand new spot. This fucking guy. At least you can still do that to the smoke zombies. They're not completely annoying.
I'd like to use these to sew your mouth shut. Any leads?
Oh, I see you found some sutures. Now, if you're good, maybe we can use them to close up your girl's wounds.
I like Frank's idea better. Like, what do you need the silk thong for, buddy? I know he's just trying to distract us, but, like, really, how did he even think of that? He's like, okay, sutures, champagne, okay. These are things that have some sort of a practical use. But the men's thong, how did he even think of that? Where did you get your ideas? Alright, let's go. Where's this one located? Palisades. Can't I go into the Palisades from here? That probably would have been easier. But I'm just going to follow where the game tells me to go. We're going to be fine. Everything's going to be alright. Except for the fact that the game is now not telling me where to go. I hate these. Why can't I just jump normally in this game? Where is it telling me to go? The Palisades is this way, bro. I guess I could have went into the Atlantica through Uranus Zone, but whatever. We got an extra loading screen. Sue me. I'm genuinely terrified of going through the Yucatan. Oh wait, no, I don't have to. Well, there might be a thing in the Yucatan, but the Yucatan is where the game kept crashing before. You know, before the great crash off of 2021. That's where the game was crashing. So hopefully we don't have to deal with that. Because if this game crashes one more time, I swear to God. See, if this was pre-recorded, I would have said that, and then the game would have crashed there. Also, I don't know how to force a crash. I'm sure I could do it if I had to. Wants us to go up. I feel like this is the last time the guide arrow was ever used, right? I don't think there was one in 3, and there definitely wasn't one in 4. So, goodbye, guide arrow. This is your last use we'll ever see. The men's thong? Why would the men's thong be in here? Why does this store sell thongs? Where is it? There it is.
There's a mental image I never needed. What you got?
I needed me some nice new underwear. You gotta make sure that's Magnum size. Double XL, bitch.
Okay, I didn't need to know that, TK. I really didn't. But thank you for telling us the size of your cock and balls. Just use this thing up. It's gonna break very shortly anyway. Get it out of our inventory. Get him the hell out of here. This is a very good weapon. I don't use it nearly enough. That's like an instant death for those fools. Oh, here we go. It's gonna take us into the Yucatan. Cross your fingers that we don't crash the game. Just stay out of the middle. Watch it make me go to the middle of the map. Which is where the game kept crashing. Gauze. Where would gauze be? It's not telling me. Oh, it's making me go in the middle. Here we go. Get ready for a crash. I just gotta stay away from that one area. Let the gauze be in here and then get me the hell out of here. Where is it? Is it in the maintenance? Is it in here? No. Where the fuck is this telling me to go? Oh, maybe it's not in here. Maybe I just need to pass through the Yucatan. Which would be nice. The less time I spend in here, the better. Just for the sake of the game. Why would there be gauze in the food court? It's the gauze store. It's the new craze in America. Oh my god, get out of here. Everyone's eating gauze now. I mean, hey, tough times call for desperate measures, right? If you want to eat gauze, sometimes you gotta eat gauze. I think one thing that I really wish that this game did that the first game did, that was always one of my favorite things, is, you know, after it was like 10 o'clock or something like that, like after the mall was supposed to close, like in-universe, the lights would all turn out and like the power would stop. Anything that was like running on electricity would stop. And I really loved that. That was such a nice little detail that I wish that this game did too. I think this game would probably be pretty cool looking, like at night, with all the lights turned off in the mall.
You're gonna need these after I'm done with you. Hello?
Oh, yeah. Guess your girl Rebecca needs that to stop the bleeding. Nothing else is helping.
That was unnecessarily creepy sounding. I don't know why TK said it like that. What a freak.